Hey guys, Shaq here. Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be taking a look at my Dino True King scrap deck for the July of 2021. This is pretty much a spiritual successor to my combo Dino list that I made a little bit ago. Got a bunch of views on YouTube. I do appreciate it. This is pretty much what I've come up with. I really would like to have Prosperity in this deck. I do not own them, but you'd probably want to play that in this deck. But overall, I think the deck's really fun. It can do a lot of cool combos. It really stinks that we lost Miscellaneousaurus, but guys, don't forget to comment, like, subscribe so that you guys can literally smash that like button and bring Miscellaneousaurus off the ban list, and that you can subscribe so much. We can get so many subscribers that Miscellaneousaurus comes back because it didn't do anything wrong. Yeah, so anyways, I'm going to do a super quick deck profile, just showing you all the cards in my deck, and then I'm going to show you one or two combos of the deck. You guys can ask questions as to kind of how the deck functions, but basically a very minimal scrap engine, and then just dino combos and hand traps. So let's get straight into it. We'll start out with the main deck and then go into the extra after. I do not have a side prepared for this deck, but you guys can, I'm sure, pretty easily decide for your preferences what you'd want to do for a side deck. So we're starting off with the standard 3 Oviraptor, 3 Baby, 2 Petite, 2 Amador and Archosaur. These are like your staple cards. You really don't want to play more than 2 Archosaur, I think, because of the normal summons, and the ratio of 5 babies is pretty good. If you want to bump it to 6, that's fine, but the problem I have with that is that Petite actually isn't that good with Ovi, so that's something to consider, but overall these are your staple dino cards at this point. From there, you're playing your one-ofs, the 1 Miscellaneousaurus, the 1 Giant Rex, and the 1 Scrap Raptor. These are your basically rank 4 and level 8 synchro engine of the deck. Really good cards. They all do their own thing, and obviously if we had more Miscellaneousaurus, we would play it. Next up is 2 UCT and the 1 Pank. This is your double evolution pill targets. They're very strong cards, obviously, and Pank helps this deck go second. And then kind of getting into the True King aspect of the deck. This is the only True King monster we play, just the 1 Litho. You guys saw my previous profile. This card's absolutely busted, so you just gotta play it. Then you're playing, for the hand traps, 3 Gamma, of course the Driver, 3 Ash, and 3 Imperm. This is what I'm running for the Dino list right now. I think Imperm's super important to be able to deal with things like Winda in the format. Ash and Driver are both really generic, so that's kind of what we're running for hand traps right now. Next up, for the spells, 3 Fossil Dig, 2 Double Evolution Pill, very standard. Lost World, Diagram, so 2 Lost World and Diagram, 1 Terraforming, and 1 Set Rotation for the field spells. Nothing's changed. I always have this joke, but in the mirror when you're playing against dinos, you can't really give them any good field spells, so maybe like side in a crappy field spell or something like that. I'm not really sure. We do side the Mystic Mine, but yeah. And then from there, the Foolish Burial 1 for 1 and Call by the Grave. Foolish and 1 for 1 kind of act as replacements to Miscellaneousaurus being banned, so that's kind of cool. And then Call by the Grave, because you really need your plays to go through along with the Gamma. Extra deck goes 1 Scrap Wyvern. It's a really cool card. It doesn't come up all the time, but in the combos it does come up with, it can extend your plays further, but you will not have as much access to like regenerative plays or follow-up plays after you use the Scrap Wyvern in certain situations. The Link ones, Link Revo, and your Secure Gardener, of course. Your IP package, so 1 IP, 1 Phoenix, and 1 Unicorn. These are very standard. You do make the IP sometimes because it's nice to have a extra random material that's not a level 4 monster, so you can make IP with level 4 and like a Lithosagem or something. Very important to the deck now is the 1 Omega and the 1 Savage. Depending on how your hand is, like if you don't have any follow-up plays in your hand, but you can't extend, for example, if you have an extra Ovi in your hand, or if you have an extra Archosaur, or an extra baby that you can't use, something like that, whatever, then you want to go for an Omega, because Omega during your opponent's standby phase is going to then put back the Miscellaneousaurus from your banish zone into the graveyard, and you can have a recoup play. Besides that, though, you basically go for the Boral Savage, because the Boral Savage just does a lot of work, and it's really easy to make in this deck. And then we're playing a lot more rank 4s than we used to for Synchros instead of Synchros. So the One Dweller, it's really good this format. The Dolka, the Logia, Tornado Dragon, and then I really like this package. It's the, you know, let's move these guys out of the way because this is a pretty important package. The one Utopia, the one Lightning, and then the one Zeus. I really like this package because what you do is you make Utopia, you make Lightning on top of it. At that point you have 3 materials. You go ahead and attack with Lightning's effect, you detach 2, they can't do anything, and you can get over something like a even a Dragoon really easily. You get over that Dragoon, you're left with your Utopia as a material with this card, and then you slap that Zeus on top and clear their entire board. So absolutely devastating, a really good combo. And Dinos is one of the few decks that can really take advantage of those rank 4s. So what I want to do for you guys, let's go ahead and do a 2-card combo. But this 2-card combo is going to be Miscellaneousaurus and Oviraptor. And it's going to be a combo assuming that you have, like, for example, like another Oviraptor in hand. So this is going to be like a greedy combo. But it's essentially a combo where you know you have a follow-up for the next turn. And then I'll show you the standard Omega combo after that. So this is the greedy combo. So the greedy combo is a normal summon Oviraptor. Use its effect to get a baby Ceratosaurus from your deck. And then after you get the baby, you can go ahead and use Miscellaneousaurus effect, banish it. We can put it down there to summon an Archosaur from deck. And then Archosaur is going to pop the baby in your hand, and you're going to get a search for pill. So pop baby. That's the graveyard, I guess. So we'll get the pill right here. So the pill's in the hand. We'll put that by the Miscellaneousaurus so you guys can kind of see. The baby's over here, it's dead. And then we're going to trigger the effect of baby after the Archosaur effect pop. We're going to summon another baby. And then after you summon that next baby, we're going to use Ovi's effect to pop the baby, to summon back the opposite baby. And then get another effect to summon, which is really, really cool. So now at this point, like I said, this is going to be your combo where you are going to be doing your scrap stuff. So of course we want to grab Scrap Raptor off that baby trigger, which Scrap Raptor is over here. We're gonna put that baby in the graveyard to the side so you guys can see the Scrap Raptor. So we're not actually gonna do anything with the Scrap Raptor right now. We're actually just gonna chill. We are going to link away the Archosaur into our Link Karibo, and then we are going to go with a Link Karibo and a Scrap Raptor into Scrap Wyvern. Now this is kind of where the combo gets a little interesting, and I kind of like this. So again, the placement of the spots don't really matter a whole lot for these combos. So after you have the Scrap Wyvern on the board with the Ovi and the baby, you can go ahead and use Scrap Wyvern's effect to summon the Scrap Raptor back from the graveyard. And then after that, Scrap Wyvern has to destroy a card on the field. So guess what you're going to destroy? You're going to go ahead and destroy, not the baby, but you're actually going to destroy itself, which is kind of weird, but you need an extra material in the graveyard for your Boral Savage Dragon. From there, then you can activate Scrap Raptor's effect, popping the baby, and you can get your final piece of the puzzle, which is your Giant Rex. So pretty cool that you're able to tutor all that stuff out. So kind of weird, it feels like you possibly even went -1, but in this specific case you didn't. So we're going to synchro with the Scrap Raptor and the Giant Rex to get a Boral Savage Dragon. And then this is where your opponent effect failures you and you cry, but that's okay. You go effective Boral Savage, and then Boral Savage is going to equip itself with the Scrap Wyvern, which is pretty cool. Don't forget we have the Double Evolution Pill still in hand. And then you are going to use Double Evolution Pill, speaking of which, and you're going to banish your Giant Rex and your Link Karibo from the graveyard. Unfortunately, you have to banish Link Karibo because it's such a good card in the grave, but it is what it is. So then you go ahead and summon out your UCT from the deck, wherever the heck it is, right there, and then you proc Giant Rex, which is right here, to to summon into an Oviraptor, and then to get a, let's just say a Dolka, whatever, Dolka, Dweller, whatever you want to do. Now this is assuming, again, this is assuming that you had an Oviraptor in hand plus 2 other cards, because you don't have a follow-up engraved to actually do with this play. You do have the Giant Rex, but what's really nice is you can go, next turn you go normal summon Oviraptor effect to get another UCT, and then you can go UCT effect, banish the Giant Rex from the graveyard, summon it back, make a rank 4 with the with the OV and the other card. So pretty good stuff. That gives you 2 negates with the Dolka, 2 counters with the Boral Savage, but it's once per turn, and he's going to be really big, and the Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. So pretty strong board. That's if you have a follow-up like an extra baby in hand or something like that. So it's pretty good. The other combo I wanted to show you guys very quickly was very similar, which is where you don't have a follow-up. So it's just OV and Miscellaneousaurus. So what you do with this combo is you simply do it. A lot of it's very similar, so you're gonna. I'm gonna speed through it a little bit faster. But you normal summon Oviraptor, use the effect, search out your baby Ceratosaurus, which a lot of the stuff is in my last test hands graveyard, so it'll be kind of nice to get these cards really quickly. We're gonna go ahead, have this in hand, discard the Miscellaneousaurus, and then we're gonna go ahead and banish it to summon out an Archosaur. Archosaur effect's gonna pop your baby. Now we're gonna make a new graveyard. And then we're gonna go Archosaur effect is going to, oopsie, sorry I hit the camera there, add the pill to our hand. So we can have the pill right underneath the OV just so we don't forget that we have it. And then that baby effect is going to summon out another baby. OV effect, pop the baby to summon the other baby back, and then we are going to get an effective trigger to summon out the Scrap Raptor. From here we're gonna use, oh, you can't see the Scrap Raptor. From here we're gonna use the Scrap Raptor effect to pop the baby. We can't make Scrap Wyvern in this hand because it's just not good enough to then go ahead and make the Giant Rex. We're gonna go ahead and then synchro these guys off for an Omega. And the whole reason you basically can't make Boral Savage this play and also make an Omega is because you can't have access to Giant Rex twice. Or not access to Giant Rex, access to a Scrap Raptor twice. But you make an Omega here, you can go ahead and link this guy away. You need to make sure that you get your Link Rebo on board, and then you link that away for your Secure Gardener in this specific scenario. So Secure Gardener is definitely still a good card to play. Technically he's supposed to be up here and these guys are supposed to be down here. And then you're going to use your pill effect by banishing the Link Rebo with the Miscellaneousaurus down here and the Giant Rex. Summon back the Giant Rex, of course, and also summon the UCT out, and then overlay those 2 guys into Dolka or whatever the heck you want to do. And this is a follow-up for next play because you have the UCT, the Omega, and the Dolka, but you do have the ability to get back the Miscellaneousaurus into graveyard with Omega with Giant Rex all loaded up. So it's really nasty, a really nasty play. It's still a 2-card combo. It's still really good. You don't have to play really any bricks. You can still play a lot of hand traps. So that's why I really like the deck. Hopefully that wasn't too long, but I did want to quickly go through the profile and just show you the 2 combos that this deck mainly focuses on at this point. So let me know if you guys need anything. But other than that, hope you have a great day. Take care. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, guys.